mission for you.
Yes, Captain.
Me again.
Yeah, Timia.
Hey, no, I just pass it
Warm Pacific greetings and welcome to topic 3, communication, advocacy and mobilization. During this topic, we will explore community advocacy by taking a deep dive into the role of communication and mobilization. As discussed in previous topics and modules, advocacy includes, but is not limited to, the promotion and support of a particular cause, campaign, issue, person, policy, or event. A considerable component of advocacy is communication. Central to your role as a supporter of a cause is to communicate your support and the reasons for the support to the community, with the goal of raising awareness of the issue at hand and building additional support. In addition to communication as an advocate, you will most likely become part of a group of people or an organization in which mobilization or community organizing will be the central goal. At its basic level, communication represents the act of exchanging information to one another. Communication in the context of Pacific youth advocacy can take on varied and special forms. When we think of how to exchange information with Pacific youth, social media and the internet comes to mind, given their popularity amongst young people. Youth tend to be early adopters of the new social media platforms, creating emergent Pacific youth dominated communication channels, categorically different from most mainstreamed and dominant media streams like film or television, radio, newspapers, in which authentic Pacific youth voices are often excluded. Now, during the COVID-19 global pandemic, the use and importance of internet communication technologies or ICTs increased dramatically as schools, businesses, and institutions closed their physical presence and were mostly engaged online. The internet has enabled connected Pacific youth to create their own media and communications, including films through platforms like YouTube and now TikTok, along with podcasts, blogs, and more. It has never been easier for Pacific youth to communicate their message to literally hundreds, thousands, and even millions of people around the world through the use of digital media. Pacific young people tend to learn how to use these platforms from one another and on their own, through trial and error or through the internet itself. Supporting and educating Pacific youth in the safe and effective use of digital communication technologies in the context of community advocacy presents an opportunity for Pacific youth workers, especially among young people who lack access to reliable internet services. In addition, advocating for widespread high quality internet access is still a growing movement around the world and throughout the South Pacific. Understanding Pacific youth's culture and values is essential to understanding how to communicate with them. We must also remember the importance of the hui and talanoa in our Pacific context. Now, in the Maori culture, the hui refers to an occasion where people come together to renew old friendships, to celebrate, debate, tell stories, and to listen to and to argue in length. The hui started off as interactions within tribes, but has become more intertribal during the late 19th century as leaders and followers felt the need to address key issues of the time without resorting to battle. Similarly, the Talanoa is a traditional Pacific Island deliberation process that goes round in circles. It does not follow a straight line aiming towards a final decision like many Western processes. It involves a lot of repetition, which it is believed it can lead to avoidance of issues. Talanoa is a general philosophy that promotes open discussion and respect amongst people. It is used to deal with issues of conflict, disputes, and to help bring about understanding when there is a disagreement or opposing views. Communicating through the use of imagery, infographics, relatable narratives, and memes is also an effective strategy. Memes, images that are used humorous takes on pop culture are also commonly created and widely shared by young people through social media. Young people may also be more receptive to listening to other young people who look and sound like them, or people they trust or admire, suggesting that the person delivering the message can also be as important as the message itself. Community mobilization is the act of bringing people together to move and act towards a common goal. For us specific youths, mobilization can be a foreign and difficult concept to grasp and undertake unless they have mentors, experience in community organizing, and resources to guide them. Your work throughout this module will contribute to these overcoming types of barriers. Thank you for your attention.